Hey, Rob from Order 42 here, and today we're going to be talking about Love, Death, and Robots. Season 2 trailer just released, so I thought, you know what? I think it's time to check out the first season. So, yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. Created by Tim Miller with David Fincher as executive producer, Love, Death, and Robots is a collection of animated short stories that span many different genres, including science fiction, fantasy, horror, and comedy. Season 1 was released in March of 2019, and it's 18 individual little short stories. And that's what I think I really enjoyed about it, is that it felt like an anthology of short stories that you might read, whether it's science fiction, fantasy. I mean, there's all these different genres that they touch on. I thought it had, like, for some reason I had it in my head that everything was going to be robots, but it wasn't. I mean, there was a lot of, there's one with vampires. There's one with weird monster things. It's look, the fact is every single one, feels a little bit different. There's not one of them that feels similar to the last. And I think that's what I really enjoyed about it. It was just kind of like, it was easy and breezy. I think of the 18 episodes, I think the average runtime is 12 minutes. So it's pretty easy to just binge right through it. For the most part, I would say that the majority of them I really enjoyed. I mean, there's a couple that just didn't hit me and didn't really, it just didn't really do it for me. But regardless of what you may think of any of the individual stories, you cannot deny that the animation, the breadth of animation styles being shown is just top notch. I mean, there's one that is almost like rotoscoped, where it's almost like they filmed it with traditional cameras and then sort of drew over it, rotoscoped over it to give it this distinct style. It almost kind of reminded me of the old Lord of the Rings cartoon, where it was almost like that the motion was very realistic, very human, but at the same time it definitely had that animated quality to it. It's just really cool. And then some of the most just amazingly jaw-droppingly beautiful CG, I mean, probably I've ever seen in any format. One of the things that I will say that, like I said, most of them I found something to like, but there was a couple of episodes in particular where the adult themes and the adult situations or whatever seemed very forced, almost to be like it was distracting, And it's look, I'm no prude. I think nudity can serve a purpose in a movie. Sex can serve a purpose in a storytelling thing. But when it seems like it's just there to be almost like, hey, we're adult, it just seems unnecessary, and it takes away from the story that you're trying to tell. That's just me. I mean, look, I've said the same thing about Game of Thrones for many years. There's certain episodes where the nudity seems like it's just part of the story being told. And then sometimes it's like, "Hey, look, we can do nudity here. So let's go all out." And I just don't understand. There's no point to it. It just becomes honestly just pornographic because there's no artistic merit to it. There's no storytelling element to it. It's like CG that's just thrown in for no other reason than to show off what you can do. It just doesn't serve a purpose. So my friend Bucho, he's been on the channel many times. We were talking in the Discord, and hey, if you want to join the Discord, join the Discord. It's fun. We talk about things. It's cool. But anyway, one of the things that he said that really kind of stuck out and was like, yeah, you hit the nail right on the head. He said in almost all of them that had adult touches, the adultness felt more juvenile than mature, like they were made by super talented 15-year-olds. I have to agree. I mean, there was one episode in particular called The Witness. It was ridiculous, and it was almost like it was just gratuitous. There was no point to it. So it was just like, come on, guys. Even with the gratuitous nature of some of the violence and nudity and sex and all that kind of stuff, I have to be honest, I enjoyed probably 95% of it. I mean, I really did. There was some really great stories in there. I would say most of them were above a 6 out of 10, right? Most of them are probably a 7, even an 8. And there's one in particular. It's called Lucky 13. That one was my favorite. I enjoyed that one so much. I highly recommend that one. I mean, if you're just going to check out one of them. But come on. It's only a few hours, and then they're 10, 12 minutes, 16 minutes. It's definitely worth a shot. So, Love, Death, and Robots season 2 is coming out May 14th. So yeah, I'm kind of curious if any of you have watched it. Did you enjoy Love, Death, and Robots? What did you think? Let me know down below and we will talk about it because, it's fun to do that. So thank you all so much for watching and we'll see you on the next one. But yeah, yeah, I thought